After saying goodbye to the Jamil family, many days have passed. So we see Ryoma runs a successful business with his laundry. Ryoma slowly became known as the top G of laundry in the city of Gimel. Then he went to his bamboo forest laundry. Ryoma looked after his nice employees, who took good care of his business. All slimes and workers worked diligently, and they all greeted Ryoma. Later, Ryoma was admonished by Carla for working too much. She said that he should take care of himself and schedule his time for himself. Ryoma also learned that the new employees had little work experience. Ryoma was surprised to hear that, and decided to let his employees do more work in the future. Suddenly, they heard a commotion, and Li Ling tied up two guys. Ryoma then learned that they were trying to cause trouble. That's how we see the guys. They complained that their laundry was dirty. They showed their clean clothes and the customers laughed at them. They became aggressive and Li Ling tied up the two scammers. Then Ryoma looked at a window and he had an idea to increase the security of his laundry. Following this, Ryoma went into the Gimel mine, and he used the support of his sticky slimes. His sticky slimes filled a container with slime, and Ryoma magically drained the water content of the slime several times. As a result, Ryoma created a bulletproof glass pane, so Ryoma was protected from a drive-by. Then Ryoma used his sticky slimes to create more glass panes. In the evening, Ryoma got tired, but suddenly he noticed a new evolved slime. Ryoma learned that he had received a medicine slime. Ryoma wondered why a poison slime had evolved. Then he remembered dropping a medicine the day before. One of his slimes drank the medicine and he transformed into a new type of slime. Ryoma then fed more poison slimes with medicine. Followed then, his new slime showed him how to produce medicine. So Ryoma was amazed that his slime could produce high-quality medicine. Then he took a closer look at his created medicine, and he realized that he got some disinfectant. As a result, Ryoma was prepared for the next corona wave. After that, Ryoma decided to visit the gods soon, since he hadn't seen them for a long time. Later, we see Ryoma in the church, and he went to the magic crystal ball. Followed, Ryoma was sent to the realm of the gods and he met an unknown god. This is how Ryoma got to know the god Takun. He was the god of crafts and trades. Then Ryoma discovered the dolls that he made for his friend Eliaria. Takun got a liking for his dolls, and he copied them. Afterwards, Ryoma told his story that he was teleported from Earth to the other world. Takun was impressed by Ryoma, and he wanted to learn his crafts from Ryoma in his old life. He also praised Ryoma for his great craftsmanship, and Ryoma told him more about his passion. Then Ryoma learned that there are other gods. Additionally, he learned that the white space is connected to his world. Because of the connection, Ryoma can always visit the gods. Then Ryoma found out about the god of magic and learning. He was a god who rarely shows himself, but Felnovelia is very smart and knows almost everything about the world. After that, Ryoma was sent back to his world. Back in the church, Ryoma said goodbye to the receptionist and decided to go to his laundry. However, he arrived and Carla reported to Ryoma that they had no further problems in the laundry. Then Ryoma talked about his bulletproof glass panes, because he didn't want criminals to break into his laundry. Following this, Ryoma showed his bulletproof glass panes to his employee Li Ling, who tested breaking the glass pane. Meanwhile, Carla and Callum were impressed by the sturdiness of his glass pane. Faye then suggested to his daughter that she should try to destroy the glass pane with enhancement magic. So Li Ling loved Ryoma's created glass pane, but it had disadvantages, because they couldn't escape from inside of the laundry. So they decided that a few windows wouldn't be replaced with the special glass. After that, Ryoma was reminded of his conversation with Serge, and Carla also wanted to talk to Ryoma about the second branch. She said that he is a top G and should definitely open a second branch. However, top G Ryoma met with Serge to start new business. Serge told him that he can ask for help from the Merchants Guild when selling medicine. So Ryoma visited the guild master Galessa. He then presented her with the medicine he had produced, and Galessa was impressed that he can mix Sprite with it to create purple drink now. Then Galessa asked when Ryoma plans to open a second laundry. Also, she said that the Merchant Guild will support him everywhere if he has troubles to set up. Later, Ryoma thought deeply about the second laundry, and he got a letter from his crush Eliaria. Eliaria then reported that they arrived safely in the capital. She told Ryoma that everyone is healthy and she takes good care of his slimes. Ryoma was happy to read Eliaria's letter, so Ryoma was encouraged and he decided to take courage to open a second laundry. In the days that followed, Ryoma showed his employees self-defense, so Ryoma was thrown with fruits. Ryoma tried to play fruit ninja, and he realized his stick wasn't sharp enough to cut the fruits. Ryoma then showed Guildmaster Taylor of the Taming Guild his slimes. He thanked Ryoma for showing him his awesome cleaner slimes. Suddenly an angry man was causing trouble in the laundry. He complained to Ryoma that his shirt was torn. Ryoma knew the customer was lying and he calls his cleaner slimes over to prove they're innocent. Then Ryoma revealed that his cleaner slimes don't have claws or teeth. As a result, Ryoma was able to uncover the lies of the scammer. Suddenly he got angry when his lies were discovered. So the man tried to attack Ryoma. Ryoma is a top G and he knew how to treat a scammer. Following this, Ryoma displayed his monster power and overwhelmed the man. The scammer was later arrested, and Carla thought it suspicious that someone else had tried to cause problems again. Ryoma was worried about his laundry, but Carla said that Callum is trying to figure out the cause of the troublemakers. After that, Ryoma met his friend Asagi. He was happy to see Ryoma. Then Ryoma noticed Asagi's katana sword. Ryoma wanted to know more about his sword. Asagi then said that he can get the katana swords from the capital, but they are very expensive. Followed Asagi said he gets his sword for free from his family. Then Asagi asked if Ryoma can handle katana swords. However, Ryoma replied that his grandpa had taught him swordsmanship. In the afternoon, Ryoma decided to make his own katana sword. Ryoma then attempted to cast iron sand and charcoal into a sword blade, but he was unfamiliar with the manufacturing process. Suddenly he remembered that he had a spear, so he pulled the weapon out of his item box. Ryoma knew some technique to swing a spear, but he wanted a katana as his weapon. This is how he remembered his childhood, when Ryoma made weapons with his father. Also, he learned how to use many weapons. Ryoma then discovered a secret function of his spear, but he preferred a normal sword. The next day, Ryoma learned that his laundry's problems were caused by a faction war against the Merchants Guildmaster. Taylor wanted humans to coexist with monster, but evil organizations wanted to prevent it. Ryoma wanted to help Taylor solve the problems. In the evening, Ryoma checked on his new employees, who came from the Tamers Guild. They were slime researchers, and were happy to work for Ryoma and research his veils. Then Ryoma found out that their previous company treated them badly, and the working conditions were unbearable. Ryoma was surprised that slime research wasn't really funded. Afterwards, Ryoma also learned that the slime researchers couldn't develop new types of slimes. Ryoma was a slime expert, and he told them about the evolution of slimes. However, the slime researchers were surprised that the slimes develop into different types of slime from different foods. They then wanted to learn more about slimes from Ryoma, and they talked about slimes together. In the evening, Ryoma was on his way home, but he was being followed by several men. Ryoma immediately ran away and he was attacked by someone. Following this, Ryoma teleports to a rooftop, and he summons his Lemur birds from his home dimension spell. Then the criminals were attacked by Ryoma, and he defeated them instantly. Following, Ryoma wanted to know the motives of their actions, and a criminal tried to sneak attack Ryoma with a monster. Ryoma's Lemur birds were able to protect him in time. Guildmaster Worgen then appeared and rushed to Ryoma's aid. As a result, the criminals were arrested by a group of knights. The next day, Ryoma told his employees about the criminals' deeds. Ryoma said that they shouldn't be more careful when nights fell on. After that, Ryoma met with the 3 guildmasters, and Ryoma learned that an evil man gave the order to attack his laundry. Then Galessa suggested Ryoma to use his power to lure the enemies into a trap. The following evening, Ryoma went chasing the criminals like Batman, and he immediately caught a lot of criminals. Ryoma cooperated with the knights and he healed the bandits after the fights. The reason was Galessa had the idea that Ryoma heals the injured with his slimes. As a result, the criminals would have to pay for the medical expenses, so they would learn not to mess with top G Ryoma. Ryoma was a real hustler and got a big reward from a knight for his great help by fighting the criminals. In the days that followed, Ryoma practiced self-defense against criminals with the girls again. Also, Ryoma had a new security guard for his laundry. Dolce was recommended by Jeff, who is working now as the new bodyguard. After that there was lunch, and Ryoma was amazed about the delicious bread. The girls were also happy about the delicious lunch, and they all enjoyed the time together. Ryoma laughed with his friends, and he was happy to have a good time with everyone. The next day, Carla showed him the profits of his laundry. The sales have doubled again, and Carla also said that the 3 slime researchers do a great job in his business. Afterwards, Ryoma visited Galessa again, and she showed him potential real estate for his second laundry. Following this, Ryoma received a letter from Eliaria. She told him that she is diligently preparing for her school, and that she is making progress in using magic. She also thanked him again for teaching her the bubbly water spell. After that we see Ryoma. He was ready to open his second laundry, and he went on a journey to another town.